what's up guys, it's Lily, and today I'm going to be doing the very first video in my series called Comparison Kills Contentment, and honestly I'm so excited to be sharing some of my thoughts on this subject with you guys. Before I get into the video, I want to shout out my social media, and that is at LilyXXSings for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So if you guys want to follow me there, I would love to connect with you guys on there. Just a little disclaimer before we start talking about this. I want you guys to know that I don't have all the answers to this. I do not know everything. I'm very far from knowing everything. But God has taught me so much about this and about this subject. And I don't want you guys to think that you have to wait till you feel like you're perfect in this area to start sharing a little bit and start helping other people. God uses broken people every single day. He can use you. All you have to do is let him. Without any further ado, let's just get right into this video. If you haven't heard by now, the series is called Comparison Kills Contentment, and that's kind of what I've been posting everywhere. And the reason I called it that was because I struggled a lot with comparison this past year. It really just took away my joy and my contentment with myself and with my life situation. Even though everything was going really great for me, I looked at other people's situations and I envied that. So that just took away my appreciation for where I was at in my own life. Took away ultimately my focus on Jesus. You're gonna hear this from a lot of people, and I feel like even people who aren't Christians and who don't really care about Christianity, they're still gonna tell you that comparison is a huge issue. But I think the reason that takes away our happiness is because we're focusing more on other people or what we want to be, that we're not content with who God made us to be and what situation God has us in. The second that we let comparison take over our lives is the second we start losing focus on Jesus, which is what's ultimately going to take away our joy and our happiness and our contentment in our lives. So I feel like there's a lot of different areas that comparison can be a really huge deal. In certain areas like social media, when you're with your friends in a group of friends, at school or at work if that's where you are with that, and at church even. I feel like that can be a huge deal. Where comparison can go two ways. It can be you looking at someone that, oh my gosh, I want to be just like them. And there's also you look at someone that you think is below you in different aspects of life. You're just telling yourself that, well, I'm not like this person, but at least I'm not like this person, just to make yourself feel better. And I think that all goes back to lacking in self-confidence. So just notice that when I talk about comparison and you comparing yourself, it's not just someone you think is better than you. It can also be someone you think is not as good as you. Both can be just as toxic in your life. So what I want to do now is we've kind of talked about what comparison is and what it can do in your life and kind of the danger of letting yourself think that way. So I want to kind of go into different steps to change your perspective on that and to kind of find new life again on the other side of that. So I think the first thing to do for me, especially, this is what I did and what I've seen a lot of my friends do, is just recognize what the problem is and where it comes from. So for you, that might be recognize what situation is causing you to compare yourself and how can you change that. Maybe you can't change the situation, but you can definitely change your mindset. And that brings me into the second one, which is just surrendering that situation to Jesus, because we can't fix this on our own. All we can do is have the courage to give that situation to God and just let him work in our lives, because God is truly the only one that can transform our perspective and give us a new mindset on this. And to really truly surrender to him, all that really needs to be done is just pray to him and say, God, I know that comparison is stealing my joy. I know it's taking my focus off of you. I invite you into this, and I just pray that you can change my perspective on this and you can show me that I can have new life again and show me that you can restore my joy. And that kind of brings me into my third thing. Just recognize that when your mindset isn't immediately changed right in that second, that he's still working and he's not going to stop working. And to just don't lose faith in his ability to work in your life, because he will. All you have to do is truly stay connected to him and truly put all of your trust into him in this situation. Jesus is in a complete work in my life, and he's still working in this area of my life. And this really started when I realized that I just needed to fully surrender to him, fully surrender all of my pride and my ego as well as my insecurities, and just let him show me who he created me to be and just show me that I can be content in who he created me to be. That's what he wants for us. Just recognize that comparison truly is just a competition that nobody is going to win. Whenever you start competing, whether that be with somebody else to be perfect, or you start competing with yourself to match your own expectations, that ultimately you're just taking your eyes off God and what he says of you. Guys, that's kind of the end of this video. It's kind of where I want to end this, but I really really hope that you kind of felt God say something to you through this video. I would really love to hear that. So like I said before, you can connect with me on any of my social media, which is at LilyXXing for Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Instagram is where I'm on there the most, so if you guys want to message me on Instagram, if you want to give your own insight into this, that would be so awesome. I'd love to be able to read those and read your guys' comments on that. Thank you guys so much for watching the very first video in my series called Comparison Kills Contentment. I am so excited to continue this series, so stay tuned for next video, which is coming out Wednesday of this week, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about community, so I cannot wait to talk to you guys more about that subject. So I'll see you guys then. Bye!